Okay, I'll be doing many more videos on how to repair appliances. So subscribe. Hit the like button if you like the videos. And comment good or bad. Also, if I use a part to repair the appliances, I'll put a link in the description so you can buy from this channel. Let's get started. In this video, I'll show you how to replace igniter on a Maytag Bravos XL gas dryer. For safety reasons, we're going to unplug the power cord. Tools needed for this project: a putty knife, 1/4-inch nut driver, 10-15 Torx bit, small flathead screwdriver, 5/16 wrench. These tools will be available in the description. Okay, we're in the rear of the dryer. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws that means from the top cover, and 1, 2 for the bottom cover. They're 1/4-inch screws. You just take them off like so. Okay, you're gonna need a putty knife to push the spring in to pop up the control panel on the left, and you're gonna need a putty knife to push in the spring to lift it up on the right side. Now what you're gonna do is kind of push the control panel forward. It pops off, and you're gonna disconnect the 2 wire harnesses that go from the control panel to the control board. And one is a pinch and one is you just pull straight up. And remove the control panel, put it in a safe area. And for the control board, there are 4 harnesses that need to be removed. That's one, a white one on the left side. There's another white one on the left side. You just press the tabs, pull up on that. And on the right side, there's another white harness. Press tabs, pull up. And there's a blue one that you just had to pull up. And now there's a 1/4-inch screw that mounts the control board to the lid. Remove that. It's been removed now. So now what we're going to do is slide the control board to the left out of the slot and pull it out. Now it's free of the lid. Now you have 2 screws, 1/4-inch screws, one on the left and right, that holds the lid in place. Those have to be removed. That one's gone. And that one's gone. Now you're going to go in the front of the dryer and tap with your palm forward. Push it backwards toward the back of the dryer and unslide it. Now in the front of the dryer, we need these 2 1/4-inch screws removed on the left and the right side. But we must disconnect the interior light and the door switch. You don't want to pull that and break that. You have major problems. Now we pop the door open and remove 5 screws inside the door. The top 3 are T15 Torx, and the 2 at the bottom are Phillips head screws. And then at the very bottom, there are 4 1/4-inch screws that has to be removed. Now with all that moved, just grab the top middle of the door and pull it on off and put it in a safe area. One, 2, 3, 4. And there's your moisture sensor you had to disconnect. And the lint housing, blower housing has 4 more screws, 1/4-inch screws that has to be removed to remove the the blower housing as well. Okay, all those screws are removed. Okay, all those screws are removed, and you pull the bulkhead and the housing off. Now you want to remove the belt to remove the drum. So with your right hand, pull the pulley. With your left hand, push the idler pulley to the left and releases the belt. Once again, with your right hand, grab the pulley. With your left hand, push the idler pulley to the left. That frees up the belt. With the belt no longer wrapped around the drum, you can pull it on out of the body of the dryer. First thing you want to do to take the igniter off, that's the connection right there. And there's a 5/16 screw that needs to be taken off to take the igniter off. So you need a micro flathead screwdriver. You want to slide it in between the sections and twist it around to open that tab up, so the connector will slide right over the tab. Just twist it around, stretch it, and once you do that, it'll just slide right off like so. Now we have to remove the 5/16 screw. I used they were too long, and plus it was kind of blocking another tool I could have used, which would have took it out a whole lot faster. It would hit the cone in the metal, so it was just an awkward position. So the only way I can get it off with the 5/16 closed-in wrench, and little labor, but eventually it gave in and I got it off. So be a little patient, and just counterclockwise take it off, and we got the igniter. Get the 5/16 screw to screw it in place to make sure it won't move. Use that closed-in 5/16 wrench to tighten it down, and you're in business. Now you're gonna reconnect the igniter wires. Make sure they're nice and snug. Okay, so slide the drum in. Pick it up, pick the belt up, put the drum in the middle. They have a little mark that goes around the drum to let you know where the belt goes. Slide the drum as far back as possible. Make sure the belt rib is on the inside. The rubber part goes on, that touches the drum. The material part goes. Okay, you're gonna slide the drum to reinstall the belt. You're gonna slide the drum inside the cavity of the dryer. The belt should be rubber side touching the drum. Material side on the outside, rubber side touching the drum. You want the belt dangling over those two pulleys, one on the left, which is yellow, and the pulley on the right, which is white. So push the drum all the way back first, as far as it can go, and the bottom of the drum should be sitting on the rollers. Now set the belt in position to be in front of these two pulleys. You're gonna wrap the belt around the motor pulley, which is one on the left, and then you're gonna push the idler pulley all the way to the left and loop it around the front of that belt right there. Loop it around there. Peel it right back on there. Okay, there you go. Now it's on the idler pulley, it's ready. And what you want to do is kind of turn the drum slowly to make sure that it's on correct and it won't roll off. Now once you test it a few times, then you're pretty good. All right, looks like it's rolling pretty properly. Installation of the bulkhead. Those rollers down there will go underneath the dryer drum, right up underneath there. It slide right up underneath there, so it turns the front of the dryer drum. And what you want to do is slot the bulkhead Has at the top has two little slots that slide right into the top of the bulkhead. Then you want to lift up on the middle inside part of the drum to be able to slide that bulkhead underneath the drum and positioning those rollers on the drum so it'll roll correctly. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 1/4-inch screws that mount the dryer on. Okay, those screws have been mounted. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the bulkhead is securely mounted to the body of the dryer. Mounting of the lint filter housing. When mounting that, always put the bottom in first. And then you want to slide the top up into the housing of the lint filter. And that takes 4 1/4-inch screws. You might have to play with it a little bit to get it in position. I had a little trouble with it, but don't force it. Just let it relax and then it'll all fall in place. Now connect the moisture sensor. Now to install the front door. I want to put the brackets on top, kind of in place to align the door properly. Okay, now we're gonna put our 1/4-inch screws. Don't screw them down tight, but kind of put them in there to kind of have it hanging on the top so you can properly align the door with the other, let's see, 10 screws. So just kind of screw a couple in, but not all the way in. Okay, line that bracket in properly. And you're gonna screw 2 1/4-inch screws. And like I said, not too tight, because we got to move it around a little bit. Okay, now you got the 1, 2, 3 T15s and 1, 2 Phillips. And then you have 4 more at the bottom. The Phillips at the bottom has been added. And the T15s have been added. And here's the screws at the bottom, 4 1/4-inch screws. They go at the bottom. Okay, now you need to retighten those 1/4-inch screws at the top. And now you're gonna reconnect the door switch and the interior light of the dryer. And now we're gonna slide the lid on. Just line it up and just slide it forward, and it should lock into the slots, if not kind of adjust it. And just hit it with your open palm and make sure it's straight and locked into place. And you have your 1/4-inch screws to screw in and lock it in place. That's the left side, and we're gonna get the right side. Okay, the control board had those 4 connections that go on the board, not from the panel. But it screws this 1/4-inch screw in to mount the board onto the dryer. Now reconnect the components. Blue goes there. White goes there. And another white there. And another white there. And now we have to add the control panel. Those 2 easy. Connections are pretty easy. Snap it into place there, and one more. Goes right down into that slot right there. Press down, and it's in. Now we pull the control panel back. Okay, we're gonna put the control panel, springs, we're gonna lock it in place. Now I'm gonna put the lower cover and the upper cover. 2 1/4-inch screws for the lower cover. And for the upper cover, you have 5 1/4-inch screws. Remember to like, share, and comment on these videos. Okay, all screws are in and completed. Oh yes, I want to thank Charles, Rodney, Craig, and Jasmine for your donation for the production of these videos. Thank you very much. I'll be doing many more how-to step-by-step videos on how to repair appliances. So hit the like button, comment, good or bad, subscribe to the station so you can see these videos. And if I am using a part to repair the appliance, a link will be in the description so you can buy from this channel. Have a good one.